So I am in Italy, which is very nice for me. I've abandoned my family, which is probably very nice for them as well. Um, and I am here doing a loose sketching retreat all over the villages and some of the towns of Le Marche. It's like a region of Italy on the east coast. I thought, since I'm here working, not having a holiday, I would try and do a little kind of vloggy, backgroundy, video-y thing. And it probably won't be every day, but maybe it will be every day. Um, and then maybe that'll be fun. Today, probably the least interesting in terms of what I've done. I got out of bed at 3 in the morning, got on a flight, and got delivered here. But I have done some sketching. I had to sit down on the sort of beautiful terrace here, and everywhere in this area has these huge vistas, these big views, all like little hill, deep valley, little hill, deep valley, and on top of every hill is a little town or village. So there's loads of stuff to kind of just look at. And so I did a sketch of one of the scenes I can see from here. And I'm not going to pretend I absolutely loved my version. It's really hard. I think when you're a bit kind of like tired, it's hard to know whether what you did was good or not. So I definitely have a bit of that internal turmoil. Nonetheless, I did have fun doing it. And I also have a bit of a different palette with me. In fact, I have a lot of stuff with me, and I'll show you what I've got with me in a moment. But my different palette, I've been trying to get what I'm describing in my head as a retro palette. I thought that would be an interesting thing to experiment with. So it's kind of got some bright neon feeling tones to it, and then lots of more like held-back, pastel-y, flatter things. And using that for the hilly greens was a challenge. I think the end result's all right, but as I say, I'm in that inner turmoil of, it's not my favourite thing. Nonetheless, I did it, I enjoyed it, and that's what's important. So I had a little unpack earlier, which involved emptying my suitcase onto the floor. But that does enable me to see what I have. Now I've obviously got my normal kind of sketching stuff, so I've got actually 2 palettes here, and I've got a few more palettes as kind of backups, because the last thing you want is someone to forget something and I don't have a spare. I've got a very nice Etcher case, field case, with a variety of fountain pens in, really. People are always worried about going on a flight with their fountain pens. All of these have been on a flight and they're all fine. So I think taking fountain pens with a good lid on, not a problem on a plane, in my experience at least. I've got a ton of water brushes. Now lots of these have got water in, lots of them have got ink in, because I'm going to be getting them to do some simplifying of colours ideas while we're here. What I can say is, whilst bringing a fountain pen full of ink is okay, bringing water brushes full of ink is less okay. And I was very glad that I put them in several layers of plastic bags, because they did leak everywhere on the flight. I've also then got some magic pencils and a tub of miscellaneous watercolour pencils and fine liners. Lots of clips and washi tape as spares. My normal set of brushes. My normal kind of en plein air dippers. And in terms of paper, I brought a variety of sizes of my favourite paper and my favourite sketchbooks. And that's almost it. It's not quite it. I've got, these are like Neocolor 2s. They're water soluble crayons. And I've got some little surprises for everyone. Sounds very ominous. But again, in the kind of wanting to help people explore and experiment, I've made a series of kind of like dot cards. These are dot palettes, which are with particular combinations of colours which invoke some kind of challenge. As well as bringing a couple of super granulating colours, again, to invoke some kind of challenge. And you can see the idea here. So this is a scene painted from one of those little mini palettes using purple and yellow. And this is another one using purple and red. And I've just brought these along as examples to kind of show people what you can do. This is another one using blue and Naples yellow, which is very flat pastel-y yellow. Super simple, can be a bit intimidating and then incredibly freeing. Last but not least, I've got my drawing board. That's my new palette and a few more brushes. Now, with all that over and done with, let's show everything in action one more time. So this tiny little faraway village is the scene that I'm gonna sort of sketch, and I'm not showing you the whole process. Apologies. I was really tired, and basically I wanted a little bit of a confidence boost. So I put the camera down until I was really happy with the kind of direction that this scene was going in. And although at the moment it looks very fuzzy, I can sort of feel that actually those lines, those really loose lines, they've worked. They've sort of built up. I understand what is happening a bit better. And sometimes when we've been sort of out of it for a little while, that's kind of what we need. We need just to get one out of the way, get rid of the rust and get on with it. Now here you can see my drawing board, my little dippers on the side. The drawing board's got a little elastic which holds my sort of palette down. And I've got all of these brushes which I've had for absolutely ages. Had these literally for years. You can almost do them one-handed. Almost, being the kind of operative word there. Nonetheless, two hands, and they are very easy to put together. And you can see this is just a sort of size 2 mop, similar maybe to a size 14 round, holds loads of water, and we can mix up very easily a good amount of colour, and it just paints for ages. And that's kind of what you want for being outside. You want a couple of do-it-all brushes. So this has got a good point, it holds water, it can paint for a long time, and we can lay down that really loose and sort of flowy wash. In my palette, I said before going for this kind of different palette, more minimalist as well. So I've got room to put lots of little chopped up microfiber cloths in there, which are it's just a useful place to house them. As I work through the sketch, I get a couple of other brushes out, a little flat brush and a dagger brush, just for some more of those layers, being able to control things a little bit more. And you can see we just gradually build up the richness in this sketch. Now, as part of my palette, I've got I've got a Naples yellow in there, but it's my main yellow. So Naples yellow is a semi-opaque colour. It's got some, I believe, titanium white in, but certainly some kind of white in the mix. And that means we are going to always, when we're using this colour a lot, and I am in this scene using it a lot, always going to have to come back and just restate some of those lines. You can see, putting the black line on top, things just suddenly pop a little bit more. And it's because that opacity of colour clouds things in, pushes them out the way. And there you go, that is my new stuff in action and now on a swing. because why not? So there you go. A maybe moderately interesting video. I will endeavour to continue and keep you updated with the trials and tribulations of being forced to sketch in Italy.